Hello. How are you? Good. Good. Oh, me? Oh, I'm fantastic. This is the 9th time I've tried to record this video. So hopefully, this is the final version. Anyway, this video is my non-spoiler review about Mad Max Fury Road that just opened to the world mostly today. I saw it last night, special sneak preview, me and my roommate, and I'm going to talk about this movie because usually I wanted to wait with my movie reviews. Like Age of Ultron, I waited about 2 weeks, and that's what I want to try and do, but of course I got a burp in every video. I couldn't with this because Mad Max Fury Road got me so fucking hyper and happy and excited that I decided, fuck it, I need to make people see this movie. So if you watch this video and you're like, holy fuck, I'm gonna go see Mad Max, and you tell a friend and they tell a friend, because this movie really deserves your $12, $13, $16, $10, wherever. This is the 4th movie in the Mad Max franchise. We haven't had a new Mad Max movie in 30 years, pretty much. And that's because Mel Gibson went crazy and started hating Jewish people and talking about it to everybody, and he's been shunned in Hollywood for the last 10 years, even though his last big success was The Passion of the Christ. So anyway, we could have had another Mad Max movie with Mel Gibson, but he went crazy, and now everyone hates him. So, end of that. So now we have Tom Hardy, who was the best thing about The Dark Knight Rises, being Bane. Tom Hardy is the new Mad Max, and he does a great job in this movie, because Mad Max is a character that is a reluctant hero. He doesn't want the spotlight. He has a strong moral code, and that's why I think people like him. In a way, he's kind of an anti-hero, but eventually he'll do what he feels is right, and he's always caught in these weird situations. And very much in this movie, he's a supporting character, which kind of makes sense, because Mad Max doesn't want the spotlight. He doesn't want to be the leader. He'll help and get things going and solve problems, but then he'll just go away and he goes back into the dirt or whatever, which is the world of Mad Max. Now this is a crazy, violent, insane spectacle of a world, which George Miller has brought to us in 4 movies now. And unlike Denzel Washington's The Book of Eli and Viggo Mortensen's The Road, which were very, post-apocalyptic movie with evil stuff, very gray, very dark, not a lot of light, gloomy. This movie is beautifully made, and the colors and the vibrancy is shown throughout the screen. It's 2 hours of watching like a painting come to life. George Miller directed the shit out of Mad Max Fury Road, and he's come such a long way from directing the first Mad Max movie, which, I'm sorry, is a piece of trash. The first Mad Max movie is crap. It's fucking horrible. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was badly directed. I don't care if it didn't have a budget. It was horrible. No story. Like, wow. I can't believe people... maybe in 1979 people really liked it, and, a couple years after that, but that movie does not stand the test of time at all. Just my opinion. Lots of movies from the 70s do. Godfather 1 and 2, Jaws, Star Wars, The Deer Hunter, Dog Day Afternoon, Apocalypse Now, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, yada yada yada. Anyway, Mad Max 1, trash, don't watch it, I don't care, hate me, horrible movie. The Road Warrior, the sequel, amazing. Bigger budget, George Miller learned how to direct a movie, great, legendary things that influenced music, wrestling, videos, and life. Mad Max 3 Beyond Thunderdome, pretty decent for what it was too, until you get to the kids part. But Mad Max Fury Road, in my opinion, is the best of this franchise. Fury Road, then The Road Warrior. That's how it is. And George Miller, like I said before, directed the shit out of this movie, and you should see it just on principle, because the craftsmanship and the way the visual effects in this movie, the practical effects, stunt work, the cinematography, the art direction, the costume design, everything that they did in this movie, you can see it on screen, and it's 80% or more real. Not a lot of green screen, not a lot of special effects. every car you see is a legitimate car getting blown up and destroyed, and all that action stuff happening. And I think if you go to a lot of movies, you're going to appreciate the value of seeing that on screen, because it comes across, like I said, like a painting come to life. Visually stunning movie, beautiful to watch. I can't go on. Like, I don't normally talk about movies this way, but that's why I'm recording this video, because if you love movies, you will appreciate the craftsmanship of this movie, and if you like action movies, you should totally see it. Like, I know most of the women in the world are going to go see Pitch Perfect 2 this weekend, and that's fine. But if you have a girlfriend who remotely likes action movies, or you like Tom Hardy or Charlize Theron or whatever, go see this movie. Charlize Theron is the star of this movie. She kicks the shit out of this role. She's amazing to watch. She's one of the best actresses in the world, one of the most beautiful women in the world, with one of the greatest pair of sexiest legs I've ever seen. And she's talented. Like, she was in Arrested Development 3, and Charlize Theron is funny as fuck. Just off topic. Anyway, she's great. She pretty much steals the show. She's the lead role. Nicholas Hoult, who plays Beast, Hank McCoy in the new X-Men movies, does a good job. All the other characters are pretty good. Ex-WWE wrestler Nathan Jones, he's the supporting bad guy in this movie. He does a good job. The characters are all pretty good. The main bad guy's pretty cool. The story is a basic chase story, point A to point B. Why are we chasing them? What did they steal? Blah, blah, blah. Lots of craziness, lots of violence, lots of crazy, holy fuck, that's disgusting moments. Like, awesome. Like, it's a sight to behold. It's a great movie. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Go see it. 8 out of 10 stars on IMDb. Go see it. It's just too bad Mel Gibson went crazy, but maybe it's a good thing, because Tom Hardy and George Miller moving forward are going to make this a franchise again, and it's going to be awesome. And if I was DC Comics and Time Warner, I'd let George Miller direct Aquaman or Wonder Woman and throw lots of money at him. Anyway, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter. Type, comment, yada yada yada. Tell me why I'm crazy for hating Mad Max. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Go Rangers. Cheers.